we just wrote an expression for this line, a mathematical expression, and this is our function ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Let's just write it in another way. We can also write this one as a over cx plus b over cy plus c over c, which is 1, equals to 0. Or later we can just replace this with alpha and beta, and we can say alpha x plus beta y plus 1 equals to 0. We can see that we have only two parameters which are matters. They are x and y. Take a look at this example. Here we have x, y, and c, and these two parameters which matters for us, they're very important, are x and y. Each of them has a specific weight. We can say this is the weight of x is a in the first example. You can show it with the alpha or with the beta. So the weight of x is shown with a, and then here the weight of y is shown with b. Here we have a fixed parameter which is c. Sum of all of them, if we send them to a sigma, it will give us the index. This one would be our index, or sometimes called net. This is giving us a signal, an index signal or a net signal. And later, if we just take the function of net, we can already say if this patient is diabetic or it's not ill and it's healthy. We can show the result, an output, a logical output of 0 or 1. Here that's the expression for function of f of net. This is 1 whenever the net is greater or equal than 0, or better to say whenever the net is positive. In this side, this is positive, greater or equal to 0. For this equal, we can decide later based on our situation. It can be for this part, for the negative part, or it can be for the positive part. Suppose there is a patient who is exactly on this line. Then it's up to the doctor to decide if he or she will consider it as a diabetic person, or we can still say that the person is fine and healthy. It shows a mathematical model of a neuron, and we can call it a binary linear classification. Remember the example which we want to decide either to laugh at this picture or not. We are receiving some data, and our brain, each neuron, will decide to activate or fire or not. So at the end, this neuron is processing some data and sending out a result. We can show it with 0 and 1, and later we can actually show it with more than 0 and 1 parameters, more parameters.